Hey guys, Stag here. Welcome to the Stag Show, where I talk about my art and things and share my creative process of my creepy cute lowbrow and gothic art. This painting is fairy number 14. It is painted with acrylics on canvas. She is from my fairy series I've been working on since last year. If you've been following along, you've probably learned a lot about it. Around the time of this painting, I was also working on a painting called On Planet Lemuria, which featured an alien lizard girl, and that video is also up on YouTube as well. So lizards were kind of on my mind, so that ended up being her theme, like kind of dragony lizard fairy type thing. Since they are part of a series and the character is a focal point, I had decided to keep the backgrounds plain and make them as similar as possible. I would have had more luck with that if I used a flat tone instead of doing like this raw umber with white fading into black. Now I'm sure the paintings actually have gotten darker. I feel like they have with the backgrounds, but it's hard to match paintings I don't have anymore. At some point I decided to make her green, which was both a horrible and a wonderful decision. I don't know what it is about green, but I hate working with it. I always kept a kind of rather limited selection of paints in my palette, so it can make things a little interesting if I want a certain color. Like for my blue, I normally use a teal instead of like a true blue hue. And for green, I normally use like a green gold. So I have kind of a limited range of what I can do with it sometimes. So I plan on experimenting more with greens because I'd like to use them more. It's not something I do a lot of unless I'm painting something like grass. Anyway. I do have like a dusty bottle of a Hooker's green that I've barely ever used, and I recently picked up a phthalo green, so I'll probably play around with those at some point soon. But anyway, like slightly after making her green, I regretted the decision. It was ugly, I just hated it. So I might have made it work if I kept going and added some more dark tones and took her darker, but I'm just not that familiar with green, and I just ended up hating it. But it ended up ultimately being a good decision because I started lightening it up. Skin is translucent, so if you build it up in various colored layers, it normally works out. Her being less or more than human, she didn't really need the human-esque colors per se, so the green created an interesting ground for the yellow, whites, and purples I added later on. I can't really emphasize how much paintings always look different in person than they do on a monitor or print. The in-person effect is normally so much better. So anyway, ultimately this painting kind of ended up with like a opal quality to the skin. And I ended up liking her a lot more than I thought I was going to halfway through the painting. Like, for most paintings, I feel like there's this midway point where it is just insufferable and I just don't want to paint, and it just doesn't look like much until I get near the end. And sometimes I end up just changing something entirely. Well, thank you guys for watching. I meant to get a tutorial out today, but as of right now I am still working on it, and the vlog as well. So I figured I would get another speed painting video out tonight, since I would like to upload something instead of nothing at all, and I kind of had this already sitting there half done. I will catch you guys in a few days. You can find this print available in my shop at lowbrowmisfits.com. You can find all my social media links and a link to my coloring book series below in the description. The majority of this painting was also painted live on Twitch, so you can catch me there for a bit most days. You can also find me on Patreon if you want to help support the channel and get some awesome art stuff every month, including discounts, new prints, and exclusive access to new products that I might be working on. When we hit the next goal, every patron will be entered into a drawing every month for a chance to win an exclusive piece of art. So, bye guys! Thanks for watching. I will catch you soon with a new video.